Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back for another Somerset Studio Magazine play. So what we're going to do today is these cute little houses, and what she did, which is adorable, I'm not going to do the same thing, but she called it The Neighborhood, and this one's by Susan Pagnucci is what I'm going to say, and I apologize if I destroyed your name there. That's her name. And she made like a little accordion folded book, and she glued the little houses onto it like this with Tim Holtz little people and all that, which you could definitely do. And I'm going to do a little bit more of a Christmas version of the houses. So you could make yourself like a little Christmas village or whatever also. I just thought it would be fun to, you can make Christmas cards using these cute little houses. So that's kind of what I'm going for. But there's a lot of things that you could do with something like this, because you could, like I said, do the whole little Christmas village. Instead of balloons or whatever, you could do snowflakes, or I don't know, whatever you want to do. Anyways, they're adorable. And I do like how she added some of the, like, you know, ephemera pieces from Tim Holtz and whoever else, I don't know. But anyway, there's like goats, and so you could do a lot of things. I'm focusing on the houses today. I like looking at this page, which is the extra page that they give you that you can use, you know, cut it out and use the pieces. So I don't have a lot of the same types of stamps that she does, so mine are going to look different. I did make a couple just because I wanted to get an idea of how in the world she did that. And so these are a few that I made. This one's just general, could be used on anything. You could make birthday cards, Christmas cards. You could use them in journals. Obviously, they'd be fun little like corner tucks. You could put them on the corner of a page and then tuck a tag or whatever behind them. You could make these into to froms for Christmas presents. Write or stamp to from on the back. You could even put it on the front too, but you know, on the ones I did already, it wouldn't really fit on the front. So anyhow, that is what we're going to do. So I'm just going to kind of do my own take on that, which I always think is the best way to do it, because, you know, we don't want to copy exactly. Although I do love that little village. I just, right now, I'm kind of focused on getting some things done for Christmas. So, but it would be an adorable little thing to do, is like a whole village of those. I'm just going to cut some smaller pieces. I just find I kind of waste some if I cut the pieces very big. So I'm going roughly, I'm guessing about 2 inches. I'm not really trying to measure. It doesn't matter. I just want something that I can, you know, make them out of. And I didn't even do those the same size. But it doesn't matter. We just need something to paint some little houses on. So how is everybody? I hope that you guys are doing well. I am doing fabulous. Just trucking along through my day here. I want to say hugs and blessings to Gladys, Sharon, and Vicky. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you for your kind comments. I appreciate all of you so, so much. Oh my goodness. You guys are awesome. So I have my Arteza half pan, or whatever they're called, the little squares, you know. And I also have some metallics here that I got at Hobby Lobby. So it's just, use whatever you got. It doesn't matter. You're just trying to get some color. You could do it with markers or pencils, you know, colored pencils. Whatever makes you happy is what you should use. Oh, I do want something behind this, just so that hopefully I don't totally make a mess, but I probably will, because that's what I do. So what I did, as you can see, I have this flat brush, and this is just one of those kid cheap, you know, you get them in a whole pack. It's the flat brushes, because you can just put it down, pull down, and there's probably a pasha fur on there. Pull down. And a third time, I kind of like the, you know, three of those or so. You can do it even a little bit wider. I might make this one just a little bit bigger because I'm thinking for cards, it might be fun to have a little bit bigger version. So that's what we'll do with this one. We'll make it a little bigger. And it doesn't have to be perfect. They're, you can see on hers, they're meant to be kind of wonky, not perfect, just, they're just whatever, basically. And then I kind of do that, you know, triangle sort of thing on top. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect because it doesn't matter. It's almost more fun if they're not perfect. And then I'm going to use some of my gold here, and I just like to spray some water in there. You can see that's what I used. I think it's fun to use the metallics if you're going to do the Christmassy thing. I mean, you can use them. Doesn't matter for any version, but I just think it's fun for the Christmas ones. Gives it a little maybe icy feel or whatever. And if you're making Christmas cards, you want them to look a little Christmassy, I think. At least that's how I would want them. And I got a little copper here just so that it bleeds a little different color. There's all kinds of little stuff on that for some reason, on that copper. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the copper. It's just like got a weird part. I like to put like a couple colors that gives you a little more interest. I don't know why that's got so much of the color in like little balls or whatever. All right, so that is good. I do like to take a little bit of the color off in spots. I just think that makes it interesting. So we can take our paper towel just like I did a second ago and kind of do that, and it gives it a different look in spots. And when you stamp it, that makes it a little more interesting too. I don't know what color I want to do my roof on this one. Maybe we'll do some greens. So I just kind of do the generic little, you know, like you do when you're a kid, but you kind of almost do want it to be a little messed up, honestly. Like weird edges on here, I think looks more interesting. Go with a little more olive. And my brush is making weird little marks. I don't care, because I don't want it to look perfect. So don't stress about that because it doesn't matter. And then there's a little chimney on most of hers, which I think is adorable. So I'm going to put little chimneys on mine too. But you can do them. This is another project that you could do a million different ways. Like, just have fun with it. Just a couple of lines, and then there's kind of a rectangle on top. And again, you don't really want it to be perfect. That's sort of the whole plan. And then I'm gonna set this one aside and we'll start another one, because that way that one will dry and then we can do stamping. We can't do any stamping or anything on it. I'm gonna actually use a different brush. This one is just wanting to split a lot and I don't want quite so much splitting. I'm gonna do some blue. Yeah, I think these would be really cute Christmas cards. Super cute. But I'm gonna do a little silver first. I just want to mix up my blues there. That'll be a very icy look. This one I'm gonna do a little more squat, fat maybe. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than this, really. because you don't have to worry about, oh, it's not straight or it's not whatever. Just do it however you want. It's just for fun. And I think they could make really cute little Christmas cards. And then on this one, I'm going to do the blue on the roof. Got too much water, like I do. And I'm just going to come along here. And then you kind of make a, you know, tilted in line. Go straight across is how you get those sort of flat roofs. We don't have those here because snow. That would be very bad. I mean, I know a lot of places have them that have snow, but like it would be bad. There would be caved in roofs. And that wouldn't be good. I'm going to take a darker blue, put it in here too for some iciness. And then we need a chimney again, or you don't. Do whatever you like. I don't care if the brown gets in there. It just makes it a little more interesting. Way too much. This brush holds a lot of water compared to the other ones I have. And yes, I will get quiet during this because it just takes my concentration. And we'll set that one aside and we'll see how it turns out. I think we'll do another purpley one. That one was fun. But we're going to start with the, maybe we'll do gold again. Make this one taller. I like playing with these metallic watercolors because the way they move in the water is kind of cool. So yeah, my best advice with this is just have fun, because it is a really fun idea. Like, I love it. I love the little houses. A little purple this time. And make them fun colors. I mean, you don't obviously have to do these colors that I'm choosing. You could do just all really bright colors, however you like to do your Christmas stuff. Put a little more water in here to blend it a little bit. And then my roof, I think I'll just do purely purple. I'm going to do that kind of flat roof again because that's what I have room for here. And you make them tall or, you know, shorter or whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna come back in here because I kind of got that a little too sticking out over there. Not that it really matters, but. All right, and I'm gonna set that one aside. Oh, we need a chimney, huh? First, a chimney. Try not to get quite as much water this time. I say try. Okay, we'll let that dry. Because we can add stuff and take, you know, well, we can't really take stuff away, can we? But we can add stuff to them later. We'll do another one of the, what color? Let's do another blue one because I think those will look cool. The pointed roofed style. And a little bit wider version. And I think I will do a red roof, but oh, we got to get the middle part first. Getting ahead of myself. And you can even kind of make them tip a little bit, like weirdly, if you want. Doesn't matter. It just gives them kind of that cartoony look. Sorry, I keep jangling that a lot. I apologize. It's a glass mason jar, so it's kind of noisy. Yeah, like your inner child really is what this is about. I feel like, because they're not meant to be perfect. Kind of a skinny chimney. It's going to have more of a rounded top. It's almost a barn style. Take off a little bit here and there. Then we'll come back to the first one because this should be, yeah, it's pretty much dry. I mean, it's cool to the touch, but it's not messy. And I'm gonna rub this just a little because of those little bits of color that got left. And then I take a Sharpie. She did not do this, but I'm doing it. Just kind of loosely go around this. I just think it makes them stand out better. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have to at all. I just like that look. And then the trick to the windows, which I had to look at them and study them for a second, is to do squares. Rather than, when I do stuff like this, I tend to, let's see here. I don't want to use a paper that is good. Okay, this piece of paper. A lot of times when I do windows on these type of things, I tend to do the rectangle and then put the lines through like that. I like her version better because it's all painted, right? So if you don't want your windows the same color as your walls, that type of thing, then if you do little squares like this with the color in between, I think that is genius. And duh, I remember doing this when I was a kid. Why do we forget all that stuff? It's so crazy. But I'll bring it closer so you can see. See, they're like just 4 little squares separated to look like, you know, the panes of, or yeah, panes of a window. And on hers, she does like 1, 2. She doesn't do like doors and all that. And they're not like even with each other always either. So I'm going to take another one and come down here. And again, these don't need to be perfect. If they're wonky, I even leave sometimes space in there that isn't colored. And that kind of adds to the look. And then you take stamps of whatever you want. I'm going to use just random stamps that I have. I have these backs of coins. This is a nickel. You probably saw it on the other one that I already did. And you just stamp on them, whatever you like. And it's all just fun. And I think it's fun. I have these little tiny Christmas stamps. And I'm not making them over the top Christmas, right? I'm just putting maybe one of these or something somewhere. Because I think it's fun. And it gives you that Christmas feel, because otherwise you're not going to really have the Christmassy feel necessarily, other than the color or the sparkle of them or whatever. I mean, of course you can add as many Christmassy type things as you want to, but this is just like the postage stamp or postage cancellation lines. I don't know what I did with my little circle thing, but it doesn't matter. Don't have to have that. Just use whatever you've got. I have these little stars are cute. Somewhere. That also gives it a little bit of a Christmas feel. But like I said, they're not screaming Christmas, so. Then we're gonna do some splatters. I'm trying to decide what color I want. I think I'll do kind of purple splatters. Cover this. You could do 2 different kinds of splatters, whatever. I think that's kind of fun. I'm gonna do a little red. You don't really need it around. I don't know why I was moving it around, because you're going to cut these out. Well, I'm going to cut them out. You don't have to cut them out, though. You could use it like that. Maybe just trim it down a little bit more. And that would work, too. What was the second one? We did the blue, huh? I think. Well, that's what we're going to do. I don't want to... That one's not all the way dry. Let's see. That one's not dry either. I'm going to pause and get these dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So I got this one all dry. I'll cut it out in a minute, but let's decorate these ones first. So we need to do our pin around there, if that's what you want to do. Okay, and I'll show you that just so you can see. It's just not straight, perfect lines. They're very imperfect. So this one, let's do maybe up here. Sharpies don't love metallic paint, so that is a thing. Sharpies are very picky pants, is what Sharpies are. And this is also not liking it, but it's working better. So that's what we're going to use. And these little tiny windows, I think, are so cute. Yeah, you gotta do a few layers, but it works eventually. If you wanted to do them as two froms, just don't do as much stamping on the front. If you want that on the front, you can always use the back though, so you don't have to worry about it. But it just really does not like that silvery metallic at all. At all. Okay. Now we'll do some stamping on this one. I thought snowflakes would be cute on this one, so that's what I'm gonna do. And maybe we'll do a tree. And I have no clue where I even got those. I have had those for 100 years, I'm pretty sure. And then just maybe some script on this one. Really lightly and almost non-existent. And again, don't worry about going out of the lines because we're gonna cut those out. Okay, and then we need some splatters. That is like the key to these, I've decided. Because you're like, I'm done, but it needs something. It needs the splatters. It just does. I don't know what else to say about that. Maybe I'll do some in navy just to kind of give a little bit of a dark or something on there. Almost black, right? And then some purple for something different and brighter. Okay, I'll let that dry. And we'll do one of these. I mean, obviously you guys are getting it. I probably don't need to do all these. It's just kind of fun. You kind of get hooked on it. Oh, this is a thinner micron 01, but it doesn't matter what you use. Just getting that outline, I think, just adds something to it, but not necessary again. This is definitely not going to work on the sparkly. Probably it actually didn't do too bad, but I need something bigger to do those windows. I have a bigger micron one over here. Let's see if this one works. Ah, yeah. It might like the, well, not like it, but work better on it. If you use just regular paint, this works better. But that's no fun. And for Christmas, we want them to be, you know, fun. What do I want to put on this one? I feel like I want to do something different. What do I have in here? Oh, those are cute. You kind of just need some little things, you know? Swirls might be kind of fun. I think I could just do 'Tis the Season. You're not going to get all of it because it's way too long. But it doesn't matter. It's kind of like using a script stamp. trying to decide, sorry. Not perfect, but it's okay. Okay, that's enough of that. What about... Oopsie. Okay. So splatters are necessary, as we already talked about. Let's do... Okay, I'll let that one dry. Not my favorite, but that's okay. You just gotta play and figure out what you like, what you don't like, what works, what doesn't work. This one's just a small. I keep grabbing the wrong ones. It works better on the gold than the silver. Isn't that interesting? It's like basically the same exact texture and everything, but it just likes this better for whatever reason. I like these stars. They're cute. And I just dunked that into the ink. I do like the lines. That's just kind of interesting for some reason to me. Oh, I forgot to go around the rest of it. Yeah, I kind of like that, to do those scribblies. I forgot about those. I used to do those a lot when I did the watercolor Wednesdays. Add something. Okay. Then we need something else. Oh, I have a penny. No, I don't want one that big. How about these numbers are smaller? Okay, some splatters. Trying to decide what color, sorry. Hey, that's pretty. Need something else. Let's do a little red. Oopsie. Well, that wasn't great. Can suck a little bit of those up, just so they're not quite so, wow. All right, that needs to dry. So while it dries, let's get one of these cut out. And I'm sure y'all get that. But, or like I said, you could of course just leave them on their little strip of paper, but I want to cut them out. And I'm just leaving a little bit of the white around them because, as we know, that makes life so much easier. You could make these super Christmassy, like just Christmas them out, maxed out, or very subtly, like this. We'll just do one so we can see. I forgot to grab. Hold on just a minute. I am back. I have a piece of cream cardstock that I've just splattered with watercolor. And then I have a piece of ticking and a little candy cane on fabric. I have this, what is this stuff called? You guys know what I'm talking about. It's like mulberry paper, you know, with all the little strings in it and that, and white. And I'm just gonna put that over that. We're just gonna make a quick, simple little card. I'm gonna put some glue stick on the back of that paper. And I don't even think I said Happy Thanksgiving. Sorry about that. I'm doing this way in advance because I know next week is going to be crazy for me. So we're not even there yet. So I just wasn't thinking about that. But Happy Thanksgiving to those who celebrate in the United States. I know it's not a thing everywhere. But hope you all had a wonderful week regardless. So yeah, that is kind of hard to see, but it's okay. We're going to put two of our little houses on here. I'm going to ink them just a skosh on the edge. I don't want them super inked, just a little. And then I got to see if I have my... I don't have my Christmas sayings over here. So this is just an idea. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of you, especially if you make cards frequently, will have loads of cute ideas. I don't make a whole lot of cards anymore. But I feel like a lot of these things cross over either journals to card making, just paper crafting in general, right? Oh. And this one, I'm going to put it down just a tiny bit more. Kind of went that way too far, but that's okay. All right, and this I'm gonna put on here, but I'm gonna staple the candy cane on there first, maybe. Where is it? I thought it was right there. I guess I'm gluing it. I'll probably run a stitch across the bottom. I'm going to put that across there and a little candy cane on there. Just so you get an idea. I mean, clearly this isn't the best, but I think it's cute. And like I said, I'm going to run a stitch, so I'm not going to put a ton. I just want a little glue on here to kind of hold it down until I stitch it. You could add button or whatever you like on there. I know what I could do. Put a rusty pin. This little tiny rusty pin. Maybe. You know, wait till either do it before you glue it or wait till it's glued. But we're doing videos here. All right, so, and then you can put a little saying on it. I just don't have my sayings. They're not up here, so I left them somewhere. So there is an example of what you could do with your little tiny houses. I just think they're adorable. Of course, you can do what she did and do the accordion whole little city thing. That's awesome. Okay, I found some more pieces to add to this, so I wanted to show you guys. I added the snowflakes. I ran a stitch along there. I added this little felt tree. I have that in some trim. All the trees are already made. They're different sizes, but anyway, it's just felt tree. So that is it, complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you give it a try, and we will chat again soon. Love ya. Bye.